So this is it. They're starting right now. This is a pre-quali thing to the round of 12 stage for the 125 FPS August League. Strenx versus Xron, map number 1, Aero Walk. And I'm on Strenx, who gets the shaft. And several rockets in his face.
He does. He spawns right on red and he gets that shaft spawn. I don't think he would care for any other spawn, but he does jump down straight into a direct. That's not a good way to start, but he does have a little bit of armor to spare, so not too bad right now. But as long as he has that shaft in hand, I think he's going to feel safe. But right now he's going to be looking to bully Xron around. Xron is weak, but no! We start this game with a telefrag. Oh my god, Xron is weak though. This isn't terrible. I know this Strenx is probably not happy about it, but at least it happened early in the game and he's got some time to bounce back from that.
Oh, I like this move from Xron though. He just moves forward. He wants to get onto this mega. This could be genius actually. Oh, I needed to hit that rail. He's got to back off and get himself to the red. It's still so damn dangerous for him at the moment. Keep that lead, Xron. That's all you need to do. But it's gone before a second had even passed since I said that. 1-to-1 right now. I feel like Xron shouldn't have rocket jumped up to the red armor. I could see why it would be a good reason, but when you've got no health to find on the map, you're just a sitting duck still.
Yeah, exactly. And yellow is up as well, and Xron may even fall back to this, especially after that rail just landed with Strenx. But no, he's actually going to stick around a little bit and see if he can find some damage. He does land a rail. Oh, needed that one. That would have been a kill. Strenx landed 55 HP. When Strenx goes back, gets the mega. He bullies him off of red, gets that as well. And yellow is up still. And Xron is still hanging out around this red area. That's a little interesting. He does land a rail, but I don't know. I don't know, he's playing this a little bit slower than I thought he would. I think he'd be a little bit more aggressive as far as pushing onto items, but right now it's more about the damage, which I guess you can't condone that a lot, so
I feel like Xron's actually taking the right precautions at the moment. So, unfortunately for him, he can't survive on the red. If he had even 10 extra health, he would have gotten it, and it would have been a fine steal. But I like the fact that Xron's been playing it slowly. He's not feeding frags. He's not getting a whole lot himself, but he's trying to at least slow down the almost inevitable demise of himself. And there's a couple of frags that have been chained together. Strenx looking good now. And he doesn't even need to get in the red. He just needs to get points.
That's a lot of LGs. Xron is super weak, and that's a beautiful rocket finish. And right now, Strenx is just kicking this door wide open, and he's doing what I know he can do. Once he gets his momentum going on this map, it's really hard to stop him. He's got such a great way about this map to where he can string together some frags, and he's doing just that right now. He does pick up red again, 6-1 now, and we're looking at 2.5 minutes, but he does stick a direct rocket to the face. Luckily, that mega's up. He will offer that 25 just to really get the full use out of this mega, but Xron is going to move into this yellow side of the map, but even that is what Strenx is even going to deny that right now, so really putting a chokehold on Xron at the moment.
He needs to rush over to red. He hasn't picked up the yellow still. Okay, Strenx, if you don't get this red now, you're an absolute muppet. Xron's going to pick it up, and that perfect rotation's kind of gone. So great chance for Xron to do some damage. 7-1, sure, he can handle that considering there's so much time left. But I think, I don't know if that was worth just throwing away an extra frag.
I was very close to seeing a second telefrag there. They went through that rail teleporter almost at the exact same time, so very close. But nice movement here from Strenx. The grenades are actually coming very close from Xron, but unable to connect anything. And Strenx, wow, whipping that rail. That's actually a little surprising, but not too bad. Obviously, with his lead, he can definitely afford things like that, especially with red right behind him. So again, right now, Strenx just has such a comfortable run on these items, and that pins him in the corner next to the teleporter for his 10th frag. That is huge. Strenx. Oh, and the rocket. Are you kidding me right now?
That was a beautiful direct. Absolutely loved it. The thing is now, Xron managed to hold off for a couple of minutes and keep the score going slow. He just needed that telefrag, which is the only reason he's even got a point on the board at the moment.
That's so true.
to turn into something more, and it never did. I think the Strenx is just gonna completely rampage. It's not gonna stop. And Xron might as well just think about going over to the next map, which I hope for his sake is gonna be Furious Heights.
Wow. And again, like I said right now, yeah, if he can get on a slower map, that'd be great. But like I said earlier, once Strenx gets that momentum going, he's a freaking steamroller on this map. But right now, finally, Xron's backing up and hitting some rails. He hits 2 of them, 28 HP now for Strenx, but that mega is going to do nothing but bring him to fresh spawn HP. But he will get that shotgun to finish it for a 15th time. And again, God, Strenx is just playing too fast for Xron, it seems like. I mean, again, the momentum is just, it's too much to handle.
You know, after you lose the timing on the items and you lose the weapons that you've got to defend with, and you allow Strenx to control the whole map, it's like goodbye. No. Xron still isn't that kind of caliber of player who can compete on such a fast-paced map. And that's not to say he can't compete on a slow map. He certainly can. I just don't... There's very few people in the world who can beat Strenx on Airwalk.
Wow, Strenx ballsy right there. Got taken down to 4 HP and stood on that Mega and still took that fight. And he was at 104 HP after that pickup, so that's pretty big for him. But Xron
just
trying to do anything he can just to put damage in. And I mean, look at the damage.
Xron, just... You forfeit, we won't think any less of you.
I know.
Just stop digging your own grave right now.
He's trying to redeem himself. He is stringing together some nice rails, but again, Strenx is just, the damage output is just too much from him.
I'm looking
He's
at
getting those items right when he needs them, so...
Yeah, as you said earlier, it's like, there is 1,500 damage between them, which is just...
Yeah.
Which is just absurd. And this is gonna be, one more from the bank. I think
really
there's probably going to be several more in this run forfeits. Oh! Okay,
there it is, finally.
Not that it's a game changer of any sort, it's just... Xron got a frag that wasn't a telefrag. Well played.
A lot can happen in 4 minutes on Hub, I'll tell you that.
Like 20... Like, so Strenx would have to do something evilish and just go AFK for the rest of the game. And maybe if he times out, then Xron can do it.
He whips the jump to red and just completely gives that away to Xron, so I don't know. We could see a small comeback. I don't think Xron's going to win, of course, but, you know, something to help his ego and his livelihood, his manlyhood here, going into the next map. But, again, I think T7 is going to fare a little bit better for him. We know that Strenx is very, very, very deadly on T7 because of his ability to really time and delay items on that map. But, at the same time, if we can slow it down, I don't know, Xron stringing together these rails. His rail has been impressive. Despite the scoreline, his rail has been very impressive. So, you know, if he can back off and slow things down on that map, I think he might have a little bit of a better chance.
I don't actually know if it is Furious Heights. I'm just praying that it is for Xron's sake, because I know that he's a world-class player there.
I feel lied to.
I honestly have no idea what happened with the map picks. I wasn't able to catch a glimpse of it.
I didn't see it.
Considering Strenx is playing his best map, I'm guessing that Xron's going to be playing his best map as well. Oh well.
It would make sense.
We'll find out.
We've seen crazier things.
He's lost his momentum now. There's going to be some health bubbles to Strenx. Oh, no, they're not. Okay. Xron's going to try and keep it a little bit closer. What the hell just happened? There's some crazy noises going on next to me.
I don't think this is really even a duel game. This is kind of just, more like a free-for-all. A 1v1 free-for-all.
Did anyone else hear that? Something exploding in my room.
What?
No idea. Slightly terrified, to be honest. Okay, okay. Guys, if you heard that, there's nothing to be worried about. There's no fire yet.
He's obviously just talking to himself, guys.
It's literally becoming a schizophrenic now. Anyway, sorry to interrupt the show there, but yeah, this map 1, not much for us to see over here. I guess I liked this run. Decided to play this one through, get a feel for, you know, fighting against Strenx a little bit more. And I hope that he's going to show us some strong-minded play going into map number 2. It is a best of 3, of course. Winner will replace Garpy. Garpy, who is the only UK player who qualified to the playoffs, and the only UK player I think who has, I dare say, ever qualified to the 125 FPS playoffs. And he didn't know the top 3 qualified to the playoffs, so he went on holiday to Cyprus.
I like where his brain's at.
I don't. There's... I can't believe he did that. I'm so... I had faith in you, Garpy.
You know, it really just speaks for the UK as a whole. You know, it just...
Take holidays.
Yeah, you like holidays.
Oh, can I come to Cyprus with you?
I'm Greek, I want to go to Cyprus.
Wait, it's not in Greece though. Okay, something did actually explode. Anyway, I can smell like, you know, a lit match And then when you blow the match out, that's that kind of smell in my room right now.
That would be called smoke.
No, I can't see smoke. Unless it's like getting carbon monoxide poisoning or some sort. I don't know. But guys, there's been 41 frags in map number 1. Strenx is winning 30-11. And well, that's a lot. That's a lot of points.
6k damage on. Oh my god! In a duel, I don't think I've ever seen that, to be honest with you.
It's just a ridiculous amount. You shouldn't be letting your opponent get that much damage. Xron wasn't hitting that hard. Okay, he obviously didn't do as much damage as Strenx, but you know, we need to be hitting some more rails. And there's a message from Strenx in the console. He doesn't feel. Strenx doesn't feel good with his aim. He feels horrible, and he's okay.
Of course.
Strenx, lay off the emo right now. No, I'm just gonna check that. Computer's okay, guys.
Okay, it wasn't your computer. That's always a plus. But we are moving into Toxicity. I'm actually a little surprised this got picked. This is kind of Aerowalk Jr. for me. For some reason, it plays just as fast. But actually, this does have the ability for things to slow down a little bit. So definitely not as much as T7 like we were saying, but we'll see.
Does Ron really allow this map to be played? I guess so. Let me just quickly do a little bit of research on QL ranks about Xron, because Xron, I don't believe you made the best choice right here, bud. Okay, Toxicity. Okay, Toxicity is supposedly his most played map, but I've never seen him play as well there as I've seen him play on Furious Heights, which is actually his 3rd best. But guys, let's see what is going to happen. Is Ron going to play out of his mind to get a map winner, or is Strenx going to take it through to the playoffs? I am on Strenx once again here on the 2nd map, and well, he's getting a pretty stable start. Doesn't spawn next to the lightning gun this time. But no telefrags, both players fairly even stack, and Xron's gonna be breaking that small stalemate with a rail.
Yeah, some beautiful initial rockets here from Xron, but Strenx getting that unfavorable spawn for him. Of course, not getting the LG right off the spawn there, but he does get himself the Mega. But Xron has a beautiful armor stack to start with, and make that 200 now because of that next red pickup. So Strenx has nothing but a yellow to work with, and he's going to make his way over to Shaft, but he only has at 64 HP. Luckily, those health bumps and that yellow were up, but Mega has also been bullied away. Xron is going to take that as well. And wow, Strenx is on the back foot here to start. He does land one rail, but that's a lot of stack to blow through. So he can string anything together.
I like what Xron's doing. He's not trying to rush into it. He's making sure he's got this control down and control. But he's got to start building that fracture soon. There's time now until the Mega's up. And there it is. Gets himself a kill. Gets a yellow armor. Right now this is solid. But capitalize on your control and get another few kills.
There's a cheeky little trap there from Xron to pick up that 2nd frag, but he's going to chase actually right now, and you just go for the LG. This is a smart move, actually, chasing Strenx and getting him a little riled up early might do him some good here.
Oh, he can't let Strenx get onto the red armor. There's one rail. Gotta hit the next one. Oh, he gets the rocket out. Perfect play from Xron. And do you want them? You got the LG. Well done. Oh, the grenades! The grenades of destiny! Just one's gonna hit, and he's gonna find Strenx again. He's just ripping a new one once again. One rocket there from the Frenchman. Oh, the rails, Ron! That was a freebie over here. Now you're playing sudden death with just the rails out. You can tell the tension is high on this one, and just moves it to the LG. Strenx misses his rail shot, and Ron is carrying it forward. Okay, maybe he didn't need Furious Heights.
I guess he's been playing this map a little bit more lately. Feels comfortable on it, at least.
It looks comfortable, you know?
Yeah, it looks very comfortable on it. He is running these items pretty well so far, and of course his rails are landing. That's always a plus for him. So 7-0 now, pretty early in this game, and actually missing that rail, that's pretty huge. That could have been very useful, but Strenx is running in straight lines and helping him.
He lets Strenx get onto the red armor. That's nasty to do. But Strenx misses his rail shot. That would have been very important to just get himself on the board. And now there's a chance to actually challenge for this mega health. Strenx could lose this. Oh, he wins it. He actually had a decent amount of health left.
Yeah, the LG from Xron was so shaky. That was actually a very bad LG.
That's one thing you can trust Strenx to hit reliably. And this might be the comeback of the French player over here. 3 minutes, 7 frags for Xron on the board, and Strenx, well, he's put it to a 5 frag difference. Might be a 4 in just a moment.
And again, it's so easy to string frags together on this map and expect Strenx to do nothing but that. Especially with the momentum he's got right now. Xron on the back foot. He really wants this mega. He's thinking about rocket jumping right there. Very, very glad he did. And 27 HP is not friendly rocket jumping health, people. Unless you're fans of suicide. But whatever, you know, to each their own. But LG now in hands for Xron. And this yellow is all that's on this map right now. Everything has been sucked dry. And it's not even this one. It's the one low next to Mega. And Xron is just kind of stuck here on this LG side. Doesn't really know where to go right now. And in the meantime, Strenx is just cleaning this map up. That is a nice direct rocket. That's going to do a little bit of damage and keep Strenx back for a little bit. But with that red coming up, Strenx has said, you know, newfound confidence in this stack. He can just push straight in and hopefully bully Xron around a little bit more.
How does he get out of this? He didn't get the lower yellow when it was up. He's trying to go for the top. Whoa, my god, what the hell was that?
Almost gets the slam dunk.
I think Xron's starting to panic a little bit. He knows he had a great start and that he should be following through with this, but it's just not going according to plan. Xron gets the rocket launcher. He's not hitting any shots. Can he spawn by red? No. The Strenx should be able to perpetuate this control just a little further. There's just no items for Xron. He's just not managing to take anything. What the hell is he doing? Or going to do?
He's just on the exact opposite side of the map when Strenx is picking up these items, and again, Strenx, we all know he's very good at timing items. Like we were saying about his T7 game, that's kind of what he's really well known for. Obviously, his shaft work, but of course, you know, the timing of 2 to 3 items simultaneously and delaying them easily. You know, that's kind of what he's known for. So right now, Strenx is doing just that. He's timing these items, he's rotating them perfectly, and you see Xron is just caught on the opposite side of the map of the item that was just picked up. So, beautiful work here from Strenx.
Guys, Xron got himself a yellow armor.
What?
I know. Maybe he can get himself a second over here. I think Strenx has just funked his rotation up a little bit. But Xron's sitting over by the railgun. Weapons are good, but right now he just needs to give himself a little bit of survivability somehow, which is hard on a map like this.
Yes, definitely. And especially with how Strenx has been playing, I do have to say, I think one of the things that I am most impressed with right now, not his aim, not his item control, even though we've been harping about it a lot, is actually his spawn fragging right now. His predictions have been almost like 90% correct, it seems like.
Yeah.
With these spawn frags, even if he doesn't get it directly off the spawn here, see, look, he knows exactly where to go. He forces these spawns and he goes directly at him. The pressure has just been on Xron this entire time. Even if Strenx doesn't get the frag right off the spawn, he's spamming a rocket in the correct direction. And he's pretty much forcing Xron to, you know, run the opposite way. Basically, Strenx is dictating his movement. Dictating Xron's movement, I should say.
And just Xron's simply not doing enough damage anymore. It was such a great start from the Ukrainian. But now he's just struggling enormously to keep up with it. It's starting to return back to the kind of aerowalk pace, apart from Xron's had a slightly better start. Right, he's got time to fix it. Just hit something.
Yeah, exactly. Which is so much easier said than done.
Yeah, totally. Xron just getting himself the top yellow. Strenx is probably going to be stacked either way after this, and oh, he actually gets the other yellow armor, so this is a good chance to do some damage, but Strenx just hits so much more than him, and right in the acid, he's just going to let him burn over there. You cruel-hearted bastard.
Yeah, no, he just stopped shooting. That was so evil. Oh, that was evil. Yeah, Xron definitely can't be happy right now. An excellent start from him, 7-0, but we've already seen that 2 of those frags have gone backwards, and right now Strenx is just mounting up the frags, kind of how he was on Aerowalk. Obviously not as fast, but kind of in the same manner, but he does run directly into a grenade. That actually brings him down to 100-100. That could be a foot in the door here for Xron if he plays this right. He's going to look for some more pot shot grenades, I guess. And wow, that's a nice rail from Strenx. I saw none of Xron, and these grenades are actually very close again, but this is not what he can rely on. He needs to get an item, he needs to get a weapon, he needs to do the damage. Red is up. Xron is probably up top of that 50 right now, and Strenx knows it, but he will opt out for the Mega.
Oh. Xron did something.
Oh, wow.
But
yeah, he did something like not take red.
Was. Xron just needs to minimize the amount of damage that he's taking. His dodge needs to be cooler-esque here if he wants to see any kind of success in these last 120 seconds. I think if Strenx manages to get a frag and get to 200-200, then it's going to be game. If Xron can get himself another kill in the next 30 seconds, then maybe, just maybe, it'll be game on. Strenx isn't playing that desperate though. You know, he's kind of like, well, I know I've got a sick advantage. I'm not going to just throw it away for nothing. You know, he made some mistakes that couldn't get him straight to the playoffs this time. Now he's been granted a huge opportunity to make it over to the playoffs for this month's 125 FPS League. And it looks as if he's not blowing it at all. Those 30 seconds are up for Xron. And Xron still, Strenx still playing ever so patiently.
Minute and a half now for Xron to make something happen, and he's pushing a little bit aggressive here. That's a nice rocket, and it's a beautiful LG actually. The red is up, and that's going to keep Strenx alive a little bit longer, and denies Xron a major item. It's actually not too bad for Strenx, especially with this lead, and he just hides to the side of the teleporter. Are you kidding me? But Xron comes back with a beautiful rail. 5 frags now in a minute. It is definitely possible, but he's got to string things together as Strenx was doing against him. And I don't know if he's capable of doing it right now, especially with these defensive rails coming out from Strenx. That's 2 huge rails, and Xron hits 2 himself. He needs 1 more, though. That yellow is going to keep Strenx alive, and that's going to waste even more time. Oh god, and rails like that.
Just run at him. Just run at him. It's all you can do, Xron. You've got to take every risk, even if you've only got 1% chance of success. And then hope for the best, basically. But right now, game is very hard for Xron. That, in our book sphere, is going to be a G. And Strenx is going to be able to take this qualifying game into his own hands and get himself to the playoffs.
It looks like that is going to do it, despite that frag there from Xron. Maybe he can pull it back a little bit closer again to walk out of this not so defeated. But again, it looks like Strenx has stopped moving. That's going to be some adjustments maybe before the next game gets started. But the LG, I mean, just look at that. That's a good display right there of what was going on. So that's going to do it. 2-0 here for Strenx, and he's going to be moving on. Actually, luckily for him, he probably thought he was out of this, but he does have second life.
That's right. That is absolutely right. Now I'm just going to prepare the overlays for the next games that we're going to be having, by the way. I've got to say, I'm really kind of surprised that Xron